good morning. We're going to start the process by explaining the foams so you get a little bit of an understanding of how and why we do what we do. So I'm out on the back 9 to our Connex box. Open it up. Here's your different foams. This right here is the Safe Boat collar that's actually on your 27 right now. It is basically this foam right here encapsulated in a Raptor or a Rhino liner. All right, and so you can see this is a pretty open cell foam. It can degrade under sunlight, but it's just a base. So when they cover it with this, then you have your protecting UV properties. Okay, the other type of foam is like what's on your silver ships. Okay, this is silver ships foam. And as you can see, it's got a chamber and you have a sausage lining in it. This inflates and you have an outer sheath of PVC cloth, which I'll get into a little bit later, that covers this, and this expands out to make a solid tight collar like this here. This here is a wing collar. It's about 9 years old. As you can see, it's deflated. You can see the wear. You can see the UV where it is taken and it's falling apart. It's been pretty much abused. This is an air collar. We're going to replace it with our signature solid air or solid foam no air collar, and we'll get to that. Remember this boat, because this is the starting of the process. This is the way the boats come in, and we're going to get rid of this PVC. All right, and we're going to go with a solid foam using foam that we have in stock. Okay, these are basically your two boats and the two different collars. Sometimes they come in different configurations, but the theory is the same. This would be an XDR collar. Okay, it is a Hypalon over foam, and this one has the expandable sausage filler in it that when it gets underway, we fill it with air, which tightens it, but as you can see, it moves. All right, this is your RBS collar. This is exactly what you have on your boat currently. What we're going to do is we're going to use this as our filler foam, and we're going to coat it with Hypalon like this. So our process will start with we will remove this collar. We will sand it and prep it because we have to be able to take this product and go behind this seam all the way around. So we'll take this, we'll glue it on the back, and then we'll leave it hanging loose and then reattach the foam. All right, we will use the lugs and the washers, and we will attach it back to factory conditions, exactly the way the factory would do it. The difference is we're going to take this and now we're going to cover it in a fabric, which is super strong fabric. It's the same fabric as over here, all right? And we're going to coat it with this, and it'll be red or whatever color you want. As we do that, we're going to take our closed cell foam, we're going to fill these gaps and cover this to where this is perfectly smooth. That way, when we lay our fabric over, this is where the seam will go. The seam will come down here, and then it will come up through here, overlapping. So that way there's no intrusion of water. From there, once this gets completed, then we take a rub guard like this. This is just a piece. This will be like 8 inches wide. And then that rub guard will sit over the top like this, and that will protect you from going up against pilings, pulling up to floating docks, pilings, or whatever. The beauty about this process is if you cut this or damage this, then what we do is we peel this back, we separate this, we open this up and replace this with a new piece. We don't have to replace the foam. This is what's going to save you the money that Safe Boat is trying to replace. Okay, this is a Brunswick Impact 1000. This is the next FWC boat. As you can see, it has the full air collars. These are all air. It's tight now. We did a repair on it, and that's all that was done to this boat. But as you can see, and the reason why we're changing over to a solid air collar is because if this collar has damage to it, if this collar has damage anywhere in this area, this is a seal point. And the only way that this is sealed is through this being fully full of air. So if you lose air, it creates a water gap. That water intrudes, which could potentially sink the boat. Okay, so we just saw the Brunswick 1000 with the air collar. We're taking that particular boat in a Willard, which is basically the same boat, fiberglass, soft side boat with a wing collar, and we're turning it into our no air, solid foam collar, new design collar system with the protective sheath. You can see how thick this is. All right. And this protects the bow from impacts. Now it's not fully installed yet. This is the boat we're currently working on. Okay, but as you can see, there's no movement. There's no movement in the boat, in the collar. All right, the benefits of it is it gets fully sealed. Back here on the back, you can see it is tough as nails. It's all solid. It also gives you more walking space around the console, and it gives you a flat space to put your feet on. Now we'll have non-skid pads for entering and exiting the boat. So in stepping on something that's round, now we have a nice flat surface in order for the officers to step off onto the dock, onto a boarding, onto another boat, or what have you. But this is our design. This is what we're going after, to replace the air collars on an airboat. And the cost benefits to this is anytime you do damage, then we just replace the outer sheath. We can fill the foam on the inside, but all we have to do is replace the sheath. We don't have to replace the whole collar. And in the long run, that's going to save you a ton of money.